Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are going at silage, baling, and when we have that done we'll be doing more baling, but this time hay, in the big square baler. It is just after 6 o'clock in the morning. It is the busy week of silage. Yesterday was over a 400 bale day with the Fusion. We also had the John Deere out for baling hay for customers. Really been pushing hard the last couple of days to try and get as much of the silage that we had on the books done for today, to have as much done so that today we would have the time to go our own hay. We've 70 acres on the ground for baling. Most of it is fit, some of it should be fit today, and there's a bit that won't be fit today, so we'll have to bale and wrap that. I am literally running on caffeine and grass. That is all that's keeping me going. Once we get these bales made, we gotta get them in, because me and Liv are going to see Kingfisher tomorrow, so we'll be off. We'll be only having a half day tomorrow, so I know that we cannot leave without bringing in all the bales. We'll have a good bit of silage on for tomorrow as well. 7618 is on the Fusion. She's ready to rock and roll, so we will jump in on the bait on to the first man, the first customer. Just shy 20 acres it's said to do, and then the next man is about 12 acres, and then we should be ready to go for hay. Let's go make some bales. It said when I got up it was a 95% chance of rain. Seen a few drops when I was going to the baler. We're just heading into Killashee now, and the road is right wet. There must have been a bit of a downpour here, so thankfully none of our hay is this direction, it's all behind me, so fingers crossed. And we are baling away. As you may see, a few streaks there. There's a spit in there at the minute. I've noticed something in the field, and I was like, what's that doing there? I couldn't understand, but now I understand why it's here when I got closer. The 6480 in the rake is here, and as you may tell by the front tyre, he has a puncture, and not just a little puncture, he has a big puncture. So much so, I don't know how he managed to get that far when it's that far off the rim. I really don't know. I don't know what happened. I didn't hear anything. Must have happened last night. This field is all road, so I'm hoping the other two fields up here are road, and that just happened when he was leaving, hopefully. So that would be a problem for Father Phil to sort this morning. Wasn't expecting that. Get sorted out, once everyone is ahead of me, that's all that matters to me, because they just keep banging the bales out. So you can see the wind turbines across the way. That's, I'm pretty sure it's Slieve Bonnet, the mountainous mountain. Well, when I say a mountain, it's probably more of a hill to some people watching. We call it a mountain in this country. You can see the heavy rain falling between here and there. Today is to be the hottest day of the year. It's just perfect now. But when it does start to warm up, and this is to be a good sunny day, 29 degrees, hottest day of the year, to be hotter than any day we had last year. Two wraps, bro. I better stop talking and just concentrate. Start into the ups and downs. It's slow, tight bit of going, because it's such a big, heavy, dense sward of grass that we're in. Fusion is munching her way through it. Well, you just gotta take me time. I cannot push her. I know what it is. The difference between grass that's mowed with more with conditioner and one that's not. I'm pretty sure this wasn't. And it's just, I don't know, it always seems to be more matted together, more stuck together, and that bit harder to bale. Let me know in the comments, am I being mad with that theory, or do other people, other contractors see it? Well, I'm looking, we're getting through it, it's just slow going. There's no sign of them coming for that tractor either, so kind of wondering what they're at. We're bale about the top. Moved into the next field. Stuff is a bit nicer, I'd say, a bit drier, not as heavy, so we should be able to make some progress. It was slow going last bit, blocked the baler a couple of times, but yeah, no, we should be able to make good progress here. Keep going. First drop of today. It's taken me 2 hours longer than I was hoping, so I'm behind, but it's just, it was slow going that first field. That's kind of what caught me. Still haven't the tractor tyre sorted, So now I'm on loose end because there's nothing road ahead of me to bale. It now throws the whole thing out of whack because there's no one turning here, because there's no one rowing, there's nothing road. So it's just a whole lot. Now I'll go home on the big square baler, have a cup of coffee, maybe have a nap, and wait for them to get themselves organised. So yeah. Bro is finally ahead of me now, so I pulled into the house, have a mug of coffee, get more caffeine in me, keep me going, drink it out again. Eventually got sorted. So it's just really pussing the hind tit now. We're just starting the next job of the day. It doesn't look over heavy. This end of the field will always be light enough. We go out into the field, we'll see. Bro is only a round and a half ahead of me. So I am fully intent on catching him and trying to stay up right behind him till this is done. And then he'll have about half an hour of a head start on me on the hay, because I pick off the moors and put on the big square baler, which between half an hour and 40 minutes that changeover will take. The sun is splitting the stones and there's a really strong wind out, so it's perfect hay weather to just put it across the line. So what we're baling now, this is silage or haylage, whichever you want to call it. But when we do get to our own, should be in good order. Father Phil has gone shaking it out there now, and then Bro will be going straight to start rowing up after him. Let's get this into Bales. And we have just started ups and downs, so we are absolutely blitzing through it. Now, I reckon I am going faster than Bro, but where I get caught out is after stopping the house for bale. If a curling fast bale now, you wouldn't be no stopping. So 6480 he's done most of the raking this year. Any particular reason as to why? Not really. Baling at just under 10 kilometers an hour. So, just out of curiosity, because I was just thinking about it, so when it's hot weather like this, it's supposed to be 29 degrees today, I don't know what the temperature is, there's no gauge in this tractor, but there is a good lively breeze out, so every now and again you get the waft of it in the windy, so you don't just feel the heat. But on hot weather, when it comes to me sitting in the seat, I don't sit square, sit back in the seat, I sit forward, and I sit with about 2/3 of an ass cheek on the chair, and I sit on the edge of the chair, slightly twisted sideways, and I sit forward so my back isn't touching back of the seat. The reason I've got into the habit of doing it is so I don't sweat as much. You don't get a sweaty back because you're not fully on the seat. You don't sweat as much. Your behind doesn't sweat as much. And I really noticed it yesterday how it was sitting. I just said it as. So when it's like that, or the modern tractors, like when that time I drove the AS, they had an air conditioned seat, which that would be the dream to keep bailing. Just done there now, so he's going to head on and start into the hay where Father Phil has started shaking out. Probably about 15 to 20 minutes behind him now, so yeah, he definitely did get ahead of me. Maybe I could have pushed another gear, but if I had blocked the pickup I'd have lost time, so I'm happy at the speed I'm doing. Just doing under 10 kilometers an hour isn't too bad. As I was finished there now, so that is all the silage. Well, I'll probably go back baling with one field of the 70 acres we're going to bale as haylage, because I have a customer for it and it's probably the least fit. So, but we've just over 200 bales made there now. It's just before 2 o'clock. So we get back. Our farmers after giving me a sandwich too, so that'll keep me going. Don't need to be stopping again. I get back and get the big square on, and we should be baling by maybe 20 past 3, maybe a bit before it. Be on back to the house, and we'll time ourselves, mowers on, baler on, we bail. Eight minutes, 23 seconds to take off the moors. Love them Samaz moors because they're the tripod that are the stands that's on them. Super strong, robust. Get the baler on. We're on the road, baler on, moors off in 8 minutes, 23 seconds, and a bit of tricking with the baler, just changed PTOs and whatnot for the 21 spines and whatnot. Everything seems to be good, so we're heading up. Also, Liv is coming up in the teleporter. on stacking bales, and Father Phil wants to go get the second rake because we have a customer looking for a bit done. The plan is he's going to pawn the second rake so we can get a haul done and put 2 rakes in baling ahead of the big square. And I think then he'll come up with the round baler because I think he's 100 round bales sold, so the rest with big squares. So the reason for big squares is it's going to be less bales, more bales on the trailer so we can move them quicker. And if someone is filling a hay shed, if 20 bales fits in their hay shed round bales, 40 square bales fits in, so you have to sell a person more square bales, which leaves us getting more money. That's the theory. I am absolutely melting, sweating and under lots of pressure, but once we get settled into it and get a rhythm going, fingers crossed, everything runs right. Let's go make some big square bales. Everything seems to be going good. We're only just started, but we are cruising to the other end of the field. So we are. So yeah. Also, Liv is a legend because this is full of ice water. It is red hot on the outside. I took a massive cold. I had to get a mouthful of ice. It's so good. Pay attention to all that, or I'm going to have it. I'm going to block that. So yeah, all is good. So let's make some big squares. We're baling an hour now and we are on 71 bales, so we are averaging more than a bale a minute. So flying away, absolutely flying it. So I'd like to push on a bit harder, but I'm having one slight issue, that the shear bolts I have said asked for more shear bolts, and what was in it were 10.2s and what I ended up getting was 8.8s. And the 8.8s are breaking on a low load when I try and push her on, which they shouldn't. They should be able to push her on to over 250, 270 load before shear bolts break, whereas these are breaking at 120 on normal standard, just kind of pushing her on to try and get the fakes per bale down. Liv's cousin Sam is over for the weekend, so just after he was with me there, so he's gone to get me some 10.2 bolts. Strength of the bolt, so it takes more pressure before it starts. So it should make a difference, and I should be able to give her another push on. We're baling at just over 5 kilometers an hour. I'd like to push her on to 6 or 7, just to get more output. But apart from that, we're going away grand. George in the black Massey there is loading up bales. I don't know whether he's bringing them back to us or he's delivering them to a customer. I'm not sure. But Liv is also here with her telly, gathering up bales and just bringing them over for stacking them all together for loading, just to leave it easier, save having to be driving around the place later on. And also the class rake has been pulled out of its hibernation to row. Just waiting on Father Phil to come back to start rowing with it. We only have about 5 swarts and then someone's going to have to row because I'll have everything that's rowed bale. Big square bale. Happy days. This is the first field bale, 15 acres and 132 bales. So that's what was on it. So George's one load taken off it, Liv is scattering away, and out here we have a more exciting development. We now have 2 rakes rowing and Father Phil is baling in the John Deere baler. So my sister Jess, she's back from work, so she's here to row. And Eric is rowing and Father Phil's baling in the John Deere baler, so we will catch them, and all I want to be able to do is pass out Father Phil while I'm baling. If I do that, I'd be a very happy man, just to show how much quicker the big square baler is. Pull in behind Jess and we'll put pressure on her to keep rowing. I won't just bale the outside row, I'll leave that for him. Because if anything might have a bit of damp grass to spoil the play, it'll be that. Next one, here we come. Just after breaking a shear bowl as soon as we went to start it, so on some of these new 10.2s, the new bowl, and we'll be laughing, hopefully. Job's a good one. 10.2 shouldn't break anytime. Oh, it's 10.9, is it?
10.9.
Shouldn't break anytime soon. There's the bulls there on the bottom end of the field. Actually, there's a bull that's after coming out. I didn't see that. I'm not stopping. Not far off catching Jess now. Not too far ahead of me. I think this will be the row I catch Jess. The whole thing I want to do is get right up behind her and start blowing the air horn. The only fear with the fast rake in front of me is the arm falling off it. Because I don't think it's going to do any good to the big square baler. So I don't. Right, we'll leave Jess alone for a bit. We'll go harass Eric. We'll go put him under pressure. Just doing the headland here. Not a lot left now. Jess and Eric are gone in there, rowing up the last field, not a line at like 4 acres, 5 acres, something like that. They are ahead of us. Liv is in the cap with me, or Nelly. So, they are ahead of us. We haven't been able to catch them. So everything is going pretty good now. No issues. Stuck in that bigger shear board, stronger shear board, and no issues as of yet anyway. Keep at it. Just over now. Mother Phila's up with a bit of grub. How many of you? 197. 132 in the first field.
It's warm.
Is it what? Well, at least it's cooling down now.
Yeah, no. I picked in under the shade hoping that there'd be a bit of a breeze.
Oh, well, the breeze is coming across the hill there. So you're telling me?
You gave it to me.
We're in a race with Father Phil here. He had a head start on us, and Liv was holding the camera for me, and I thought she was filming. She wasn't.
You were already filming when you gave it.
No, I gave it to you to start filming. He's on the inside track. I'm having to slow down, so I am pushing my pickup to its limits. But every time Father Phil gets a bale, what does he have to do that we don't? Stop. Right, let's pick up a gear. It is neck and neck again. He's pulling ahead. He's picking up a gear. He probably sees I have the camera out. The race is on, and he stops. Hello, his bale. Big square baler for the win, pushing ahead. Oh, pickup's just taking it in on one side there. Not paying enough attention. Trying to do running commentary and hold the camera.
I can hold the camera.
Knocker goes off. Livy's on the camera now. And we pick up a gear again, and we are taking the lead. We are a full square baler. You have to look at where I'm talking about. This is why I was old now. I'm old now. We're a full square baler ahead of him now, but he is catching up. He's pushing. He's pushing hard to try and take the lead again. Will he? Oh, he has the inside track. We're coming into a heavy sport round the corner. Round the corner. Father Phil is also on his limit on the turn, and we're on the straight heading up the hill. The final straight, heading up the hill, and he stops again to let out a bale, and the big square baler for the win. And also, round bales roll downhill, so he has to back and turn, so he doesn't let the bale roll into the wire. Big square baler for the win. We are taking the lead here in the big square baler. Huh? Square bales do not roll downhill, so I do not need to worry about where they fall. The only thing is, I will leave them smack bang at the end of a row, and then I have to miss a bit because I just can't get it. Oh, he's powering on up the hill, but I think it is too late. Big square baler, another bale man. Lollipops doing their job. I think it's his game, set and match here now. Big square baler for the win. Big square baler comes up the last brow, top of the hill. Oh, Father Phil is gaining speed there. He's pushing on. He's pushing on.
He's also in a lighter round. The rower is heavier.
Oh, Judge's inquiry here. Judge's inquiry. Is this row heavier than the row Father Fella's on?
Definitely.
Liv tends to agree. Let me know in the comments down below. Is this a fair race? Am I baling a heavier sward than what Father Fella's baling? Not that it matters, because he is eating my dust. He is way behind. The game is set and matched. Another bale made by the big square baler. Big square baler coming for the win round the final corner, and we have taken Let's Beaten champions. The quickest baler in town, the big square baler. You want hay bale, you want it done fast, give us a call. Big square baler.
They don't roll.
They don't roll down hills. You just keep on chucking away. Father Phil, he ain't got nothing on us. We have 224 bales off the first bit. I don't know how many Father Phil has, but he should have over 100 there anyways now. I'm not going to eject the bale because we're going on to the next bit. They're going on to row that, so another about 20 acres. I just want to see what way I am for twine. Lots. The other side just doesn't open as nice now. Well, if I have lots of twine that side, I think this side I shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to chance that I have enough because there's still full balls of twine on the far side. And there's 3 balls on this side because the far side supplies twine to the top, and the top only does the top of the bale. Whereas this side has 3 balls for each line because it has to go down, around, over, under the bottom and up again. So it uses a third more, I think is what I was told. I think it's a third more. Yeah, if that side still has full balls, that should have a bale and a half the other side, so we should be fine. And we be on to the next bit. Yeah, my face is getting very red from wiping the sweat away, and it's quite sore, especially around my eyes. The dust is a hoot. Baling away here, it is all finished. It's 9:30. It is one of the longest days of the year, so I think sunset's not till like 10:30 here in Ireland tonight. And it'll be bright again from about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So we're well on now. We have a paddock to do just the other side of the hedge there. So maybe 3 acres in it. When we get this done, there's not a lot left now. The longest runs are off. There's a lot of short ground down there where Jessica's just finishing up the rowing. Liv is gone to Sam, her cousin, to bring him, just get him out on the road. It's a hoor of a spot trying to go, and then Tina along for the road. Busy road. So she's just gone to get him out on the road to come up here and start gathering the bales. He's all of the big squares gathered, which currently the total stands at 253. Probably the most square bales. No, I meant 300 and something one day for a man. So no, it's not the most bales I meant today. It's like your head's on the pivot. Forward, screen, baler. Forward, screen, baler. You would want your head in the pivot. The faster you go, the quicker you need to be able to pivot your head. Most of you are wondering or asking about Sam isn't from a farmer, and Liv's whole family is not from a farm, from a village in the Middle East Midlands in the UK. He's a good mechanical minded lad and an operator, in the best way of putting it. And anytime he's over, he seems to, I always feel a bit bad because he comes over on kind of a holiday here for a lot of days, and he always comes over when there's something happening, and he always ends up getting a job. And I do feel a little bit bad sometimes asking him to do work, but he keeps coming, so I think we're all right that we keep asking him, and he's enjoying himself in the telly gathering bales, and it just means when we go to gather them, it won't be too bad. Also, I'm just after copping Father Fell, tut, that one's after rolling into the fence. We go on up this knobbly bit of a hill here. My bales won't roll away anyways, that's one sure thing. Jess is just about finished there now. Happy days. That's all once Jessica's finished there, she's finished. Ro has gone on to row the Stony Field, which will be baling for haylage, as we have a customer for probably the most of the bales that's on it. But if anyone is watching this video and is interested in a lock of bales, big squares or rounds or silage or haylage, give us a shout, because we have quite a bit to sell. We'll be keeping around 30 bales of hay. Father Phil has a good bit of hay sold, but I'm pretty sure there is still some, so give me a shout if you're interested. We're getting there, and my eyes are getting heavier and heavier as we go along though. That's us done. Now, can we get the 2 bales out? So it's just not long after tripping, so fingers crossed these bales come out. So what I gotta do, flick this one, then flick this one. So you gotta go that way to take the pressure off them cylinders there, which squeeze the back door in it, and then just keep flicking at it till it decides it wants to start moving. Even though there is no pressure on the doors currently. It's about 9:30. Bright skies, but the dew is... it's coming. It's coming. Can we get the 2 bales out? Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. I'm not optimistic because I've never actually got the 2 full bales out. I usually end up getting the one at the end out, and then the one inside that busts its twine and doesn't pull the very inside bit out. The way it's standing up on the bottom, see that gap there? That's a sign that the bale is standing up rather than pulling itself out. And maybe, no, that's the twine's gone. Go my child. Now I have a full bale inside with the twines gone. That is not going to pull itself out. I think I'll pause this recording now until I actually get this towards the end, whatever it is. Here comes the last wee bit, and the twines are bust on it. So I think what I'm going to do is just abandon it here, and the cattle, when they come out here to graze the bit that we didn't mow there and that brow there that has stones in it, I will just let them fundoodle it. Okay, we'll try and push it.
I'm strong.
I think you're overestimating how strong you are and how good my bales are made. I took 2 of us.
You underestimated how strong I am.
That took 2 of us. That's it all out. Hold it up and we'll be on. We have a shower. We'll figure out what's happening next. Didn't work. Job's a good one. Let's be on. That's us finished. Baler back in the yard. We'll dismantle all that tomorrow. We'll go shower and wash up and sleep. No all-nighter to be pulled tonight because we got on fierce well with 420 something bales plus the 200 I made this morning, so it's a 600 plus bale day. So it's not too bad, not too shabby at all. George is a load brought back, and then Father Phil is going to sort out bringing back the rest of them tomorrow, because he's just trying to plan out what's sold and what's not sold, and then figure out how much he needs to bring back so that we don't have to double handle. So, but because we weren't expecting to get haul bale today, that's why I thought I might have to go all night just to get bales in, that we would have time tomorrow, but everything seems to have worked out quite well. So bring you with us tomorrow just to finish off the last of our run, the haylage. 3 customers to bale for tomorrow, 2 silage, 1 haylage, probably another 250 bales. Hopefully have it done by dinner time. That's kind of me goal. Go wash this dust off me. Peacock is putting on a show for everyone, and he turns away as soon as I turn on the camera. It's the next day. We are ready to abate on and get today's baling done. Class rate dropped back up to the shed. Fusion is on. oiled and greased and ready to rock and roll. So 3 jobs to do, 2 customers, 1 of our own. I'd reckon just over 200 bale mark for today. I have the first customer done there now, so straightforward enough, happy out. I'm in a little bit of trouble with the baler. The wrapping unit on the baler isn't slowing down for the cutting guys. Usually she does 30 revolutions a minute, and then once it goes to cut and tie, it shoots out the 2 yokes on the side, which casts the plastic, pulls it in, cuts it. It would slow down just to do that, but it's not slowing down enough. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong. We may be in trouble at the start, and it seems to settle itself down a bit, but still turning quite fast. So if anyone watching knows what the crack would be with it when it's running too fast, give me a shout. If it keeps at it, I might just give Robert a bell and see what he thinks. I'll call into the house now for a mug of tea, so we're just up the road with a customer, and then I'll see whether I'm going to the next customer or whether I'm doing our own bit. I don't know which way Eric went to first. Might just when I'm in here load up with our own wrap for doing our own bit. Yeah, that would be a good one. Also, Rose on the rake, Father Phil was finishing up a wee bit of spray in there. I think he should have it done. He's gone for hay now. And Liv, I think, is in the telly loading, and Brendan is away just tidying up a bit of receipting what we're doing for our customer as well. All systems go around here. So we're just down here now in the last field, our own haylage. So we have some of it sold, some of it's for sale. We're doing something a bit different. Walk to me. We are using yellow wrap, part of Rhino Products Rapid Yellow for childhood cancer. Dave said there's on a few rolls of yellow wrap which we're going to be putting on the haylage. We're putting extra on it as well just because it's haylage. But €4 off every one of the rolls is going to children cancer charities in Ireland. So if you're interested or want to learn more, where can you get it? Liv will leave a link in the description down below for the stockist of the wrap. We get it loaded up. Also, fun fact about this, it's 1900 meters, which your standard roll of wrap is 1500. So each one of these rolls is going to do more bales. Ready to start, so we've 4 rolls of it, so that should do the entire field. We are baling away here, first round done. Yellow wrap going on. It's funny to see them in yellow. So we're not chopping because this is going for haylage, and Amanda's bought it, buying it for horses, so no chop. So we should be able to push on a bit sweeter and try and get this wrapped up. Because I'm starting to run out of time. Me and Liv are going to see Kingfisher in Dublin, and that's why I've been busting my hole all week to try and make sure that I could get there on time, and it's looking like we may not get the field bailed and have to leave it for Eric to bail. So I'll push on hard. I have an hour and a half to get finished. 12 acres. Should do it, but if anything goes wrong, which it always can, that's where you lose time. Just bringing the bales up there and stacking them, we're drawing them Monday. We just can't afford to leave them out in the field in case the crows go at them. So we'll just back them up there and then load them up there and bring them to the customer that has them bought. Not as heavy as I was hoping. We're on 36 bales there now, so I'd say we'll end up tight 50 bales on it on 12 acres, so a bit disappointing that way, but it's good stuff, well packed bales. I just still can't get over the yellow. It's strange, so it is, but it's doing the job. It seems pretty good, and so far bro has busted no bales, so he's getting on well too. So just wanted to say a bit. As you may have noticed, the beginning of this video is very stressed, very and yeah, one thing that always happens when we go out here for ourselves, it is incredibly stressful. There is plenty of arguments, and yeah, it's just we hate doing hay for ourselves for the simple reason that there's always aggro when we go out, because yeah, it's silage is easier, and doing hay for other people is easier. Doing hay for ourselves always is aggro, but things are looking better now. We're on the final punt and we are pushing on hard, baling at 10 kilometers an hour, so we shouldn't be too long yet. Also, you may have noticed we did miss a job, as in filming wise, and that's because I got rid of the camera to get a jump start on this video. While I done that job, so I could have the camera back for now, because I wanted to give the yellow wrap a plug because I was to do it, and this is the first time so far this year that we've wrapped bales, as in our own bales. We've only made hay so far and put silage in the pit, so it is a bit on the late side, but there'll be still lots of bales to be made. We're well over halfway now anyways, getting the bales gathered. It won't be too long ahead, so there's not a wild pile of bales, and I have to go because we're going to be late. Well, we are late. So, Bro's going to finish it off. Sam is bringing in the bales. Busman's holidays, they do say, working holiday. So fingers crossed Eric can finish that without getting stuck or anything silly. So, taking a bit of a leap of faith in him now. He's baled before, but he's never really, he's like the third choice baler. He's like, when you're stuck, like. But, I'll bring back up the shovel. You don't want to know why the shovel's down here. Anyways, look, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. If you have any questions, anything like that, there'll be about 10 surplus bales here. I don't know whether we'll keep them or sell them. And if there's hay, I think is mostly sold, but sure, you can give me a shout anyways if you're interested. And I'm under pressure. He's his bale off. Let's just see, he gets the bale out. Bale comes out. Bale starts to wrap. And he drives. I can't do anymore. I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Any questions, any comments, anything like that, hit me up. We'll try and get back to you. That's it for me. Videos every Tuesday. No more. Wednesdays and Sundays. That's it for me. Good luck.